Welcome. If you're here, chances are you're the kind of law firm owner who's ready to get out of the weeds and finally get your team driving results without you micromanaging every step. In the next 20 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to transform your overwhelmed, reactive support team into confident, accountable leaders without hiring more people, working longer hours, and throwing another SOP binder at the problem. This is the same system we've used to help over 5,000 law firms free up their attorneys' time, scale faster, and turn their teams into true growth engines. So grab your pen, silence your distractions, please, because this might just be the breakthrough you didn't know you were missing. You didn't start your law firm to become the most expensive admin on payroll. But if you're still training your team, chasing follow-ups, or fixing their mistakes, let's be honest, you haven't scaled. You've built a law firm that can't run without you. So today, we're going to talk about from bottleneck to breakthrough, how to turn your support team into results-driven leaders in 90 days or less. You went to law school to be a great lawyer, not to become a general manager, not to become a certified coach. So my goal today is that I give you the exact system that I followed back in 1997, in addition to the 5,000 law firms that I have coached over the years to really free up their attorney. Why you're still stuck is everything still depends on you. Let me know if any of this resonates with you. Employees trained to delegate back up. Job descriptions and SOPs are not crystal clear with daily KPIs, and team not owning the ideal week of the cash flow colored calendaring system. So if you're finally ready to what our admin clients in the law firm admin bootcamp say, which is FDS, follow the damn system. If you're ready to let your team step up and lead with FDS and stop tolerating, possibly complaining about your staff not caring, delegating back up, and not stepping up and leading, you will walk away with this strategy to stop the maddening lack of leadership vicious cycle. You've hired smart people, you've trained them, you've given them SOPs and checklists. So why does everything still fall on your plate? Or worse, they leave you after you put all this time, money, and energy into training them up. Here's the truth. You're not stuck because your team isn't smart. You're not stuck because they don't get it, want it, or have the capacity to lead the day-to-day for you. They are not leaving you because they were offered a job for more money. They are leaving you because they don't get your time, attention, and feedback and coaching and leadership to run the day-to-day for you. They are leaving because they have never been trained to lead, and an A-player employees are craving to lead. Let that land for a minute. Be honest with yourself. How many of you can honestly say, I can see the truth bomb in some of or all of that, and I'm ready to surrender. I'm ready to stop wasting my time on trying to become a great leader and shift my time and energy into what our mission statement is creating legal leaders, leading legal leaders. Most law firms run on what we call reactive support. Your team waits for instructions or becomes a taskmaster, maybe checks boxes, but that's not leadership. That's storm chasing or fire mitigation. And upkeep doesn't grow businesses, definitely doesn't create entrepreneurial freedom. Imagine handing off an entire CRM workflow map and knowing it will be done better than you did it yourself. Imagine walking into a Monday morning meeting where your critical team member already has your State of the Union report on what's working, what's not working, and what's next. Analytics and metrics versus emotions. Imagine receiving a daily progress report updating you on the consult try to cancel, and your director of first impressions enrolled, actually pre-sold into putting this off yet again, keeping forecasted revenue on the calendar. That's not a dream. That's what happens when your admin stops being a helper and becomes your second in command. So let's get what you came here for. How to go from bottleneck to breakthrough with our signature 3Cs framework that is tried, tested, and proven to get you out of the day-to-day. Number 1, creating clarity, the daily huddle. Number 2, cadence, the weekly stakeholders meeting. And number 3, conversions, analytics and metrics in action. Let's talk about clarity, the daily huddle, how to boost your team's efficiency in real time. This is an example of what our law firm admin boot campers run the day, how they run the day. Think about this. It's a military meeting. It's a stand-up meeting. It is at locker room huddle before you go on that Super Bowl playing field, i.e. your conference room. So it's about speed. It's about unity. It's about immediacy. It's about alignment. The daily huddle is a must. It's facilitated with an agenda, a timer, and guess what? The best part, attorney, you are not running it. It has 5 segments to it, and each one only taken between 1 to 3 minutes, regardless of how many people you have on the bus. This is eradicating the meeting after the meeting. It is eradicating a coffee clutch. It is intentional. It is clear. It's concise. It's trackable and measurable. Again, not led by you, led by your critical team member. Yes, even if you are a solo with quote unquote only an admin. So accomplishments from yesterday. We're going around intentional. We are speaking in ROI, KPIs. My number 1 priority and my top 3 from yesterday, rating on a scale of 1 to 10, how I did from a rockstar measurement. Then declaring your top priorities for today, each person going around. You're giving an update on company and people status, anything that's happened in the business overnight, sharing the State of the Union news and report, and then an opportunity for quick questions. How refreshing would it be if you don't get that knock on the door anymore, got a minute, or get out of a meeting where you're supposed to be closing clients all day to keep the lights on, and you're flooded with 52 different Slack messages, text messages, and emails where people are delegating back up to you. This, as you can see in this sample, it is intentional, it is deliberate, and we train your team exactly how to do this. So take a snapshot, try it on today. As I said, you have a pen and a paper. Hopefully you are taking feverish notes today to be able to try it on and even see how your practice can transform in 1 day or less with this. Number 2, going into the cadence. This is about consistency that law firms tell me every single day. The 3 C's framework. The daily huddle, now we're going into weekly, where you are getting a State of the Union. Again, agenda. It is ran with a timer, with an agenda for each state of your department and your organizational chart within business. Sales and marketing, we're going sales intake and marketing, weekly analytics and conversions. We're looking at the calendar review 1 month ahead. We're looking at where we are with our goal to actual for number of leads, goal to actual with initial consultation, goal to actual with the next step in your process, all the way up to delivering on closing the documents to the client, delivering the results to the client, and being able to confidently sleep at night when you move money out of your trust account into your operating account. It gives you the opportunity to look at all of your current conversion rates, where we're at, what we need to be doing, what your intake and your sales team, your client service coordinator team are doing for follow-up, dialing for dollars, back from the dead campaign to make certain that we are accomplishing your ideal week within your calendar. If I've said it once, I've said it twice, so go the calendar, so go cash flow. This goes back to what I said earlier. We have a color-coded cash flow calendaring system. Everything in there, we know it. Green is money. Blue is marketing. So we know when we say we're all busy, the calendar is full, but nothing on the calendar are revenue generating appointments to get prospective clients to engage with us and to deliver and fulfill on the work that existing clients already paid us for. So we are with integrity and over communication and over delivering on legal services. We get State of Union from each department based on case management, work in progress, top 3 for the week, where we need help, where we anticipate we're going to get jammed up. We teach your team how to do exactly this in the Law Firm Admin Bootcamp, where we're at with our quarterly power projects, our future growth projects, our strategic planning projects. How many times have you felt yourself? We had this glorious retreat. We paid all this money to consultants for strategic planning, for strategic roadmaps and what have you, and they're sitting on this shelf collecting dust. We hear from team members all the time. We spend all this time on these retreats. We talk about all these great things. It's a kumbaya session. It's an Oprah moment, and then it falls flat and we do nothing with it. So why do we even waste our time? Can't we just get our work done? No more. This stops here now. Today, where we have quarterly power projects where we're reviewing it and getting the update every single week. So we have needle moving work, one small step at a time towards your future practice and your future self and your future team. And this is how you reach your financial goals and scale, like I hear from so many law firms that they want. And then we give our firm-wide update on people, process, production, which all impact profitability. Then we move into conversions, weekly analytics and metrics in action. When I ask people over and over again, send me a report of how many leads came in last week, where they came from, what your conversions are, where people are within the matters pipeline, what have you, I get a deer in the headlights look, or at best, a Word document or an Excel document that communicates what they believe that they're tracking. Imagine getting a report like this, a click of a button. Again, not led by you and absolutely not generated by the attorney. This is about removing the bottlenecks and creating the breakthroughs because it is team-led. And getting a report like this every single week, analytics and metrics in action. Most people look at this at the end of the month. Well, it's too late to do anything about it at the end of the month when you have payroll looming, you have your invoice for your marketing agency that's getting paid and things of that nature. And there's nothing you can do about it because you don't know what's working, what's not working, and where we need the 2mm shift. So this is a report that, again, your critical team member, your admin, your client service coordinator, whatever terminology resonates with you, they're generating this. We know the State of the Union, our 7-day summary, and where we're looking 30 days ahead, where we're at with initial contacts, where we're at with each step of your process, whether you're doing a 15-minute pre-qualifier sales intake call, consultations, if you're doing workshops and or webinars, which I highly recommend every practice area does. It's one-to-many versus one-on-one, where we're doing with consults. If we have second consults, and that's a problem right there where we can identify we're not closing in real time in that conference room, and where we're at with our retention rate. So interesting. So often I'll hear from law firms where we're like, the definition of retain, the definition of hire, the definition of moving from PNC to client is money and signed engagement agreement. Attorneys are often just tracking it based on they really liked us. They said they're coming back. They said they need to think about it. No more emotions, no more stories. So often I'll hear from law firms, what's the biggest bottleneck in every single solitary law firm? Overdue tasks in the red. So here we have our health check. Where are we at with total pipeline, what we have in the pipeline, how many people are at no stage, which means they're going to fall through the cracks and not be followed up, how many are stuck on intake, and how many overdue tasks that we have. This is a PDF generated form, but we teach your team member how to have this fluid and live within your firm where they can pull down each of the metrics that we want to see deeper. Here's our goal. Goal to actual. where we're at with leads, where we're at with consults, where we're at with workshops, where we're at with engagement, where we're at. And I love this part where it tells you we're at week 14 of the year. You know exactly. You're like, just even visually, psychologically seeing that, you're like, oh boy, we only have, 40 some weeks left in the year. We got to get cooking. We got to get trucking. We don't have time to mess around with this. And the team members see this. Where we're at with our consults, where they are within the process, what step they're on, where they came from. How many firms do not track marketing initiatives and referral sources? So you know what's working, you know what's not working, and who you need to thank. We're looking at our consult status, where we're at with our conversions, whether they came through a workshop, where they are sit in our funnel, and where they came through the pipeline, where we are with last week from our previous events, from the beginning of the year to last week to what have you, because we all know they come back and convert. This will tell you the KPI and the metrics and the ROI on your intake coordinators, your client service coordinator, your sales team. Looking at our conversions, your visionaries, your entrepreneurs, we need visuals. We can see here in this roadmap where we're at with what percentage we're referring out, what percentage we refuse because they were not avatar client, where our conversions are, where people are in the stage, how many people are sitting at no response. You see this number here. 190. I get excited about that when I know I have a rock star client service coordinator, intake coordinator that is going to dial for dollars like a boss. And I know that that is future revenue. I can do my head really quick. Our average fee is $5,000 times 190. Assume only 5% that converts. Okay, I'm happy with that ROI. You're able to see attorney conversions per attorney, by service, by marketing initiative to figure out who might need some love, attention, coaching, mentoring. Client services, your intake, your sales, whatever terminology you use, where they are at with their conversions at this State of the Union, where we're at with initial contact to engage, being able to tell us year to date where historical slowdowns are either coming up or we're currently in the thick of it, where we're at with our marketing initiatives, what campaigns are working, what highest referral sources are converting, what's bringing in the most retained amount for us so we can double down on that, whether it's coming from no money, referrals, or paid traffic, which is retail marketing. We're looking at our pipeline, what's sitting in there from the client services and the critical team members' perspective for them to work. We can see, okay, great. We have over $124,000 sitting in follow-up here right now. Go hit it, Susie. Here's your bonus. Here's your reward. It's clear, it's upfront, and they understand what's in it for them. Here we are with our upcoming meetings, knowing, again, that cash flow coded calendaring system. We know what is future money, what is already collected money, and then where we can close the matter, move money out of trust account into operating account. Where we're at with our upcoming workshops, knowing where we're at with our conversions, what potential revenue we have already forecasted and on the books. We're looking at each piece at a glance, and it takes no more than 15 minutes to go through this once you get it under your belt and your team member learns the system. Looking at our communication analysis, our marketing trends, where people are sitting on each step of our process, how many are sitting between design and sign, how many are sitting still in the drafting, how many are moving from engaged to signing and completing, where we're at with zip codes, our goal calculator, where we're at from the previous month to the current month, our evaluation data, looking at our overall client satisfaction, where we're at with reviews, where we're at with in regards to suggestions about people that we're going to go after this week to get reviews to increase that. So you get the point. You're seeing this in regards to what your team can do with the 3 C's framework. They have a daily huddle, the weekly stakeholders meeting, the analytics and metrics in action. Your ideal law firm is just 12 weeks away. Moving reactive admins who walk into your office and say, what do you want me to do about, to a proactive leader, a legal leader. where their communication is, here's what I've done, here's my proposed solution for next level step. When your critical team member steps up, revenue increases because nothing falls through the cracks. You stop micromanaging and start scaling. Team culture strengthens because your admin can lead without emotions and chaos. You regain your time, energy, and vision with impact, profitability. Retention, your team says, no way, Jose, will I ever leave, to shark recruiters. So here's my invitation for you. Unless you are a certified coach, you are a certified consultant, and you have all the time and passion and desire in the world to consistently be coaching and leading your team, here's your delegation tip. Here's how to move from bottleneck to breakthrough with a tried, tested, and proven system to get you out of the day-to-day in 90 days or less. Give us your team and let's get them in the Law Firm Admin Bootcamp. And for a limited time, because you gave us your time today and you showed up with your pen and your paper and you're committed to FDS, let your team follow the damn system, we have some bonuses for you today. Number one, one-on-one onboarding strategy session with me personally. I'm only taking on 10 firms. So the first 10 firms that sign up will get a kickoff call to set the strategy with your team. So there's no excuses. That is clear, concise, well communicated, and trackable. We'll do that again at 30 days. We'll do that again at 60 days, and then tying a bow on it at the 12-week and the 90-day. $1,500 off the retail price for those that move forward and complete the application. You took the time to be here today. You took the time to opt in. Something created that niggling in you to say, we can't keep operating like this. I can't keep having everyone delegate up to me and looking for the answers. I can't keep having that revolving door and turnover. In addition, you get the Law Firm 90-day blueprint group coaching planning retreats that we are doing with everybody enrolled in the program to reset the framework. So you're going to hear from other law firms what's working. You're going to hear from other law firm leaders of how they're stepping up. Again, we're going to do that at the kickoff, 30, 60, and 90 days at the end of the 12 weeks. So you have the one-on-one coupled with the group. In addition, we are kicking off for this series a monthly mindset coaching, a 3-part confidence series that we are doing every month for the 12-week series to make certain that your team members' confidence increases, not craters. In addition, you're going to get the Law Firm Admin Bootcamp and Academy access for 1 year for your entire firm. This typically limited to the 12 weeks to the 90 days. We are giving you access for the entire year so it can grow with your firm. Somebody leaves, great. We onboard a new person, great. This is our extension of our law firm, our HR team, and our onboarding team. So this is bring the entire team for free. One fee for the entire firm, and then you get access to the private Law Firm Admin Bootcamp, mobile app, and community access. So don't take it from me. Here are real results from real firms, from micromanaging to momentum. If you are ready to start, if you are ready for the breakthrough, if you're ready to FDS, if you're ready to give your team permission to step up and lead and have the responsibility, permission, and authority to run the day-to-day in your law firm to get you the entrepreneurial freedom you've been craving, now is the time to complete your application. Here's the link below. It's a very simple application. Once you complete it, a member of our team will reach out to you, answer any questions for you, and then get you and your team ready for the next cohort that kicks off and get your private one-to-one strategy session.